So up on the second lift, which is on the top of the ground floor windows, you'll see that we have a shift in this window here, and obviously the left hand side of the building has over time moved out, giving us like a 30mm perp there, obviously sand cement repair, and you can just see the difference in level there as well. So the idea is to chop way back to here, maybe out to there as well, just so we can try and get some kind of level bed joint going through there. And again, as we chop all this out, we'll reinstall, well, not reinstall, we'll be putting some heli bar in. But you can see as well, if I face plane there, we have the gap this side, so you can see it does keep the face plane right on the right hand side, and we get a gap on the left hand. So you can just see where the crack is. It has bellied out a little bit on there. So to get over that, obviously I'm going to have to take like 2 bricks out either side of the crack and rebuild. Again, when I take the weight off the top of this arch, we'll have a look at what we can do with this section. You can see it's dropped, and you can see it doesn't line up with that stone there either. So I'm guessing we'll probably have to take that out and then just reset that, because the window doesn't actually sit on it, it sits behind it. So we'll have a look at getting that set right as well. So first thing I want to do is chop out this sand cement joint, and with that I'm going to use my favourite chisel from Footprint, the prototype one this is, of the long comb chisel, which is superb. So start to take out the sand cement. You can see it goes back a long way there. Huge joints, there's been a lot of movement on that, so I'm just going to take these bits out, and then I'll start using the recip saw to take an area out. Well, it's Friday afternoon, so I don't want to leave too big a hole over the weekend, so I'll just make a little start at the top there. So got that brickwork off to just take the weight off this bit. So what I'm now going to do is, obviously I'm going to have to support this, so I'm going to try and get a batten from there right down onto the sill. But I'm also going to see if I can get a G-clamp in underneath this and just chop it into a joint there, just to hold that while I take this one out, because I've got a biscuit joint here, just to get it so it's tied in, because obviously when I get this back in place, there's going to be a bit of a gap because obviously everything has moved. So I just want to try and biscuit joint it, so I can get a joint in there, and that will kind of hold it while the joint's going off, and just reset it down there as well. But I've got to make sure that the left hand side is well supported and propped before I even attempt to take that one out. So I've got a timber in there which is right in the corner, so hopefully that will hold it. But I've also put this F clamp, so I've got the bottom of it. Obviously this brick's going to come out later, so I'm just kind of sacrificed it just to get that one in. So the idea now is to ease this stone out. So once I get that out, I then want to cut this one and chem fix like a stainless steel biscuit in there, and obviously do that as well, so I can slot them in together to keep the tops the same. So that's the plan for that, and then just rebed it there. But you know, I've got this gap where this is all fallen away, so I'm going to have to put a bigger joint in there. So I might even have to try and biscuit joint it down between those two stones as well, but we'll see once I get out. So I'm now going to try and get a saw in there, just a hand saw, just to see if I can get a lot of that rubbish out of there. If that does start to go, I've now propped this side up, so I'm hoping it's going to keep it. And this side here, as we said before, is all strutted and fixed in there, so hopefully we'll get this out and we'll quickly do some slots in both of these and down there as well, just so that we can get some kind of a biscuit, stainless steel biscuit in there to keep them in place. That's the plan. So just looking at this again, that's the one I put in to start off with to hold that stone up. That's the one that I'm now going to take out, as you can see. And obviously when I release that, this one here could be in danger of moving a little bit as well, so I just put a little prop in there. So it's all right propped or strutted, so I'm now going to get that one out and then get the fixings in and get it relayed. So managed to get it out, so I'm just going to clean the back, because obviously where it moved, you can see someone's like put in this, well, it would have been galvanised, I guess. It's all now starting to rust, and obviously I put some foam in to fill some gaps up, so I'll get rid of all of that and this sand cement, just so I can push it back exactly to the right face plane of this. But obviously I want to get these little biscuits in just to stop this doing again or moving again. So I'll get a biscuit in here, corresponded to one on this side, or a slot in there, so I can slide it in, and probably do one in the bottom as well. So we've got this back in place, so it's all lined up nicely, but obviously we know, because this all on the move, we're going to have a gap there. So I'll just have to join that in. But the other thing is, you've got these bits here, which are a little bit rough. And obviously you can only brick to this slope. You can't brick in front of this bit, because obviously that's on the face plane of what the brickwork is. So that's just a little bit messy. It'd be nice if this was cut back and we could just pistol our bricks over that piece, just so it looked like brickwork coming right down to the bull nose. But as it is, you can see on the existing ones as well, you just get at the bottom and the top of each arc a bit of stone. So all we can really do is follow this cut and follow that cut, and see if we can do some repair work on this Portland. Probably what we're going to have to do. So I've just put the line up, and I've just done it so it corresponds with the middle, where I've got to obviously marry in. But you can see the line does go all the way down to there. Then the length of the level, you can see we're level here. We're 20mm out at the length of the level, so you're going to be 20, 30, probably about 60mm by the time you get to the other end. So it's about a course out. But obviously it isn't a pig in the wall, it's all just running down, and obviously part of that is possibly due to this crack. Although it hasn't really settled down that much. But the other thing, if you look up here, when we're doing a little survey, you can see that we've got like a normalish bed under the sill. You get to the middle window, and it's probably 3 times the size, and then you get to the window on the right, and it's even more. So you can just see that brickwork on this, probably you had probably, I'd say, a couple of bricklayers on it, but I mean, just look at the bond, you can just see here. So we are very out in the country where we are here, so when you think about the time when this was built, there wouldn't have been roads, there's just been lanes and everything, and the nearest village a few miles away. So you kind of conclude really that you probably had a couple of bricklayers here, and the rest would have been chaps from the village who would have just picked trolls up and helped the bricklayers, and hence there's no real fancy work on this. I mean, the arches over the windows, the stonework look quite nice, but when we were looking at these, well, even you'll remember on this one here, the brickwork that was cut over there wasn't that good. So hopefully we're making a bit of an improvement. Again, that's not fantastic brickwork, but it will look nice when it's all raked out and repointed. Again, here you can just see like 3/4 and straight joints, and that is common throughout the whole of the build really. So just a little look at when you try to keep to the existing, you can just see the stretch I'm now going to put in is reasonably nicely bonded to the headers below, but look at the straightness of that joint, because obviously these headers don't match up with them ones. So again, it's all a little bit of a mishmash. I'm going to have to obviously take that and put 3/4 in there. Obviously this is how much we said before, how much it's moved. So anyway, I'm just going to get these ones in, and then I'm going to take a load out and fix in like my heli bar, and then start bricking again. So these will be the last ones I lay for a little while. Then I'm going to make a load of dust and chop out, determine where the heli bar's gone, and carry on. So just compress these joints a little bit, and then rake them back, ready for the penny roll pointing, which we're not actually going to do now. There's a company coming in to do it, because we're going to be busy elsewhere. We ain't got time to do it now. So just compress all of this, and you can see the heli bar in that one. Obviously this is going to be heli bar as well. So as soon as I've got the second heli bar in, I have got heli bar going in across these as well, but just in a couple of spots I've gone right to the existing, and just to get some extra hold on it. But yeah, just got to get these right back a bit further. Might have to get a grinder and just open up a few of these joints here, because some of them are a little bit tight, whereas all the existing is a little bit bigger. So I think these bricks that we've got here, these imperials, they're a good match on the face, but I think they are just a couple of mil bigger than their original bricks. So like I said, I might just have to do a little bit of a compromise. Anyway, let's get these last 4 courses in and get some resin on them heli bars, and then we'll go see how everyone else is getting on, and get doing 1 or 2 other bits and pieces. There's the trouble as well with people working above you. You're getting a lot of debris falling on me. So stitching in, it's done. Heli bar still got to be fixed.